I do not want to do this ever again. This gave me so much agony for no reason because it's not that serious. Hi friends, welcome to another video and welcome to my bookshelves. In this video, we are doing a quick revamp of my bookshelves. We're going to be shuffling some things around, making some space because I recently came back from a trip from Europe. I was in Barcelona, Marseille, and Paris, and I couldn't go to either of these places without visiting their bookstores, and I visited quite a few, and now all of those books need a space on these shelves. Granted, not all of the books are going to be on this shelf because I also have a book cart and I have a little bookshelf that I use as a bed stand as well. So I'm not like shoving everything here, but I do want to make some space because I have this one shelf down here that I never use, and I think it's time for me to use. It's filled with like BTS albums and a book series that I really liked as a young teen, but those things can be moved and be put on my closet so that I can move these books all the way down to that bottom shelf and have some more space to play around here. I gotta admit, I'm kind of nervous for this revamp and how much I'm gonna like it, because I am really attached to the way my bookshelves look right now, but I don't like how I have a lot of my authors separated. Like, I want to create sections in my bookshelf that are author specific or like edition specific. Like, for example, I have bought a couple of these modern classics editions when I was in Europe because they were just filled with them, and I really love their mint spines and I want to show that off in my bookshelf. I think they look really nice here, so I want to see if that fits there. Going back to that author specific section, so I want to have a bunch of my authors just scattered around, like the ones that I really like. Like, I got Elena Ferrante here, I got the Neapolitan series up here, but I have a bunch of Elena Ferrante down here as well, and I want to like put them all together and showcase them off on my bookshelf. Also recently obsessed with Rachel Cusk, so I want to move all of these books and put my Rachel Cusk collection there. Move the angle again, but I want to show you guys this top shelf, which I will not be touching because it looks perfect to me. It looks fine to me. I really like how my hardbacks look up here. It also makes sense to me to have hardbacks on the top shelf. Hardbacks are so annoying to read, so a lot of these are unread. I'm gonna be working with like the rest of my shelves. Before we got started, I wanted to show you guys these Miffy bookends I got. These are so cute. I got these in Marseille when I was there. This department store called Hema had a bunch of like Miffy things. So if you're like in Paris or you're in Marseille, because I saw a bunch of them in Paris, go to your Hema store right now. And I can't wait to add to the shelf, so let's get started. Welcome to the shelves that almost nobody sees. So down here, a lot of the books that I have are like a lot of my darker fiction books, a lot of like hot girl literature. We're gonna clear off this shelf, dust it out, and make it ready for new books. Okay, so the shelves are cleared, and now we're gonna go ahead and put all of these books down here. If you notice that all of my dark spine books are down here, you are correct. I usually banish them to this bottom shelf because I just don't like the look of dark spines. I like a light, colorful bookshelf, and so any book with like a dark spine, like a black spine or dark blue spine, gets banished down here. Separating these two books and putting them aside because they are charcoal press editions, and I want to create a little section for charcoal press editions on my bookshelves. These three books, amazing. I will never get rid of. I could get rid of these two books right now, but I'm actually going to be keeping them because I think I can still use them for photos or like video purposes. So I'm gonna keep these until the end of the year, but by the end of the year, they are gonna be gone. This looks really good. I am gonna dust the shelf off and then try to shuffle some books from the rest of my bookshelves down to this one and see how that looks. part when I want to give up. We did some progress. I really like how this turned out, how I got my modern classics here. And I love the racial cut section as well. And the Miffy bookends are so cute. I love them. I tried to shift around some things in my favorites shelf, and I don't like how they look. I feel like there's too much going on, like with the spines. I'm gonna shift some more things around my favorite section and see how I can make it look nice. I haven't touched this shelf yet. I'm really nervous to touch this shelf, but I have to. I think I'm gonna move this stack and try to shift it around to that bottom stack here because I got space here. I'm gonna have to replace these Donna Tart books. They're all so battered that I don't like displaying them. It's really throwing me off in the favorite shelf because they look so old, and they are old. Like these are all from like when I first bought them back in like 2016, 2017, I would say. I love Donna Tart, but I think I'm gonna banish her to the bottom shelves, really sadly, just because I don't like how they look. Also, they're really dark as well. They're really throwing me off in the favorites shelf. So I'm gonna put her right here. It feels wrong. She's been in my favorite shelf for so long, but I think I'm gonna keep her down there for the time being. Hi, welcome to day 2 of this nightmare. I realized that I did a mistake yesterday, and that is not taking out the books from my bookshelf. Like I had said, I'm pretty attached to how my bookshelf looks like, but I realized that I can't be attached because change is good. Change is good for you. So I think the game plan for today is to take out the books from these two shelves in particular because they're giving me the most trouble right now, and try to organize them by subgenres because I don't have that many genres. I mainly have literary fiction. Inside the literary fiction genre, I can make some subgenres. I can make short stories. I can do nonfiction memoir, which I had, but then I broke up while I was doing this yesterday. I can also do like Spanish literature book, dark horror, or just like hot girl fiction books or something like that. I also got a lot of books from my book cart that I can put on my shelf because I am not attached to like putting only read books on my bookshelf. Like if I only put read books on my bookshelf, it'll be empty. So let's be honest, we're not doing that. I have over 100 unread books. Yeah, we're gonna take all the books out, organize them in subgenres, and see how that goes, okay? So I have all my books in stacks on the floor right now. Short stories, this is memoir, nonfiction, that's Otessa Moshbag, 2 classic books I have, or I guess the Tree House in Brooklyn can go there too. Oh, this is Spanish literature, both in English and in Spanish. My only issue with making genres like this is that I have a bunch of authors now separated because a lot of authors start off with short stories and then they make a novel. I don't know if I like that, but at the same time, this is how a bookstore would organize their books, right? Let's start with short stories. This is all of my short story. I have a lot. Hi friends, welcome to the bookshelf once again. I do have to admit it has been a while since we last saw each other. I finally reorganized my bookshelves and I'm really happy with the result. I am not 100% sure that it makes sense, but it makes sense to me, and that's all that really matters since it is my bookshelf. But without further ado, I'm gonna give you guys a quick overview and then we're gonna go on to doing a bookshelf tour. Okay, so this very top shelf here, I did not change anything up here at all. This is my fiction hardbacks. Up here I also have my, can you even see that? I don't know, you'll get a close-up soon enough. Here I also have my bookmark jar, short story collections, nonfiction memoir, classics, and Spanish literature in both English and Spanish. Here I have fiction paperbacks, my Elena Ferrante collection. Down here I have the Katsuro Ishiguro books and then the Modern Penguin Classics editions here. Over here I have my Rachel Cuss collection and some random 3 books that look really nice together. Now on the bottom shelves is where it gets a little bit crazier, I think, because you'll see repeating genres that didn't fit up here or just didn't like how they looked up here. So let's go down here. I also have fiction paperbacks. I liked how colorful the spines looked. I didn't like that the spines have a lot going on. And then this very bottom shelf here are books that are banished, like I like to say. These books are spines who are a little too dark for my liking. I just don't like the look of dark spines. I like the bright airy look that lighter spines give my bookshelf. Here are just a lot of more fiction paperbacks. I do have some short story collection books here that didn't really fit up there and I didn't want to put up there because again the spines are dark and I don't like that look. If we take out these books down here, you can see some more books down back there, and those are books that I do like, but I'm just like tired of seeing the spines. Again, they're kind of dark spines as well, so I'm kind of tired of seeing them, but it doesn't mean that the books down here are any less loved. I even have The Secret History down here and that's like my favorite book of all time. I'm just fucking bonkers and I just put them down here because I just can't stand the look of their dark spines. All right, and so that's the bookshelf reorganization done with. Honestly, I do not want to do this ever again. This gave me so much agony for no reason because it's not that serious. But I'm really happy with how the shelves look like now. I've been sitting on it for good like 3 weeks now. So I'm really happy with how they look like. I know where every book is, so it's not really difficult to get books on my bookshelf. And I actually feel like my shelf is brand new, which is what I wanted with this bookshelf organization because I'm seeing a lot of books that I couldn't see before on my shelves. And so I really like that. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out and I hope you guys like it too. Now if you're nosy and you want to see what books I have, you're in luck because we're gonna move on to the bookshelf tour now. Okay, welcome to my fiction hardback shelf. Now this is the shelf that's never been touched during my reorganization because I feel like it looks fine. I have nothing here to unhaul or anything like that. These all are books that I want to read still. They're just been sitting there waiting for me for a hot minute because I never seem to pick up hardback. Lo and behold, they're so uncomfortable to read, they're so annoying to transport anywhere, and I read a lot on the go. Some notables on the shelf. Here we're gonna go with All This Could Be Different. I absolutely love this one. I read this one like 2 years ago. It was so good. The Rabbit Hutch is also one that I've been wanting to read again because I read this one as an ARC cover and then I bought the hardback. But I haven't read The Shards, haven't read Human Blues. I won this at a giveaway so long ago. 100 Days I haven't read. Briefly A Delicious Life. I love this one so much, so good. My Husband I also recently read and I really loved it. Acts of Service I haven't read yet. Starland is also one that we wanted to pick up for a while. Mother in the Dark. Oh, I love this one. This was gifted to me by the author, so that was really special. And I honestly really loved it. It was really good. It made my favorites of 2023, so that was amazing. I also have The Mermaid of Black Conch, which honestly I think is going to make my favorites of 2024. I read this one in February and I loved it so much. So good, so special to me, amazing. I have The Details, another book that I really liked. It made my favorites of 2023. Have not read, have not read. Behind You to See, I bought this one for my mom. She really wanted to read it after she saw me reading it, but I had read it on Libby, but it lives on my shelves because I want it there and she doesn't really mind. Bliss Montage is one that I also really liked. Have not read this one. I've owned this one for like 2, maybe 3 years now. Have not read Before the Coffee Gets Cold yet. Draga, which I liked. These are two literary magazines that I bought. I think I've read Ecstasy, but I haven't read this one yet. There's everything there. There's like short story collections, fiction, prose, comics, essay collections. There's everything in there. It's really, really cool. Oh, and then this is my bookmark jar. I thrifted that. So cool. Little trinket from my trip to Barcelona. A rose quartz that broke in half because it fell. Little like world clock. Honestly, this is my favorite shelf right now at the moment. I just love how this looks. So very quickly, I'm gonna go on here to my Spanish literature. I have books both in English and Spanish here. I'm trying to build this section of my bookshelf, especially more in Spanish than in English because my native language is Spanish and I should really read more in Spanish. I've read Fernanda Melchor, really, really like her. Samantha Schweblin is also one that I really like. La Casa de los Espíritus, Isabel Allende. Ugh, I want to read this one so bad. I just so intimidated by the size of it. Now going on to classics. They're very, very small. I also have more classes down here. Don't ask me why they're separated. I just like how these look here, so they're there. So we have my McNally Jackson editions. I only have 2 right now, but I bought these during my trips to New York City, and they're really special to me because of that. I read The Feast. It wasn't anything amazing, but I really liked it. I really want to read this summer. The Virgin Suicides, a really, really good book. Eve Babbitt, I love her. These are the 2 books by her that I've read. A Three Girls in Brooklyn. I've read this one so long ago when I was a teen for high school, and I tried rereading this, and I never got halfway through. This is my nonfiction memoir shelf. Here are some of my absolute favorite books. Little Weirds is here. A Ghost in the Throat is also here. I absolutely love those 2 books so much. Carmen Maria Machado is such a good author. This book is one that I'm really, really excited for to read soon. It's by Samantha Hunt. Oh, Deborah Levy. I did not see her there, but I really want to read more Deborah Levy. Here are my Charco Press editions. I love the work that they do. They take Latin American authors, Spanish authors, and they translate them to English. Laura Piñero's one that I really, really like, and I've read both of these. Elena Knows is my favorite. A Little Luck was also really, really good. I have one really random New York review. It looks like a Charco Press edition, so I just left it there. I honestly thought it was until I saw. Here I have short story collections. I absolutely love short story collections so much. They're some of my favorites. Some notables on this shelf is Belly Up. I really like that one. The House Guest is one that I also really like. Stop Slow was also really good. Besides that, that's all the ones that I've read. But I've read a lot more short story collections, especially like on Libby. And then we have little Tata up here. This shelf is fiction paperback, my beloved Elena Ferrante collection. I'm gonna be reading this one in the summer. This is the graphic novel to My Brilliant Friend, which I will be reading once I'm done with the series. I'm not in a hurry to read this, but I did want to own it just because it's really, really cool. Some more Elena Ferrante I haven't read yet. Mrs. S was really good by Kay Patrick. Here I have my Otessa Moshfegh collection, which is an author that I really love, as you can see. I have 2 Labona books because this is my art copy. This is the first ever art copy that I ever got, and it was for Labona. I was gagged. My Year of Rest and Realization is my absolute favorite. I think Eileen follows close second, and then maybe Labona. The only ones I haven't read from Miss Moshfegh is Homesick for Another World and Mac Blue. Those are ones that I don't know, I'm not in any rush to read because then I'll be done with Moshfegh's backlist, and that makes me really sad. We have Kaimin Chang, another author that I really, really like. I'm missing her short story collection here, which I forgot the title of right now, but this is the newest one I bought and I haven't read it yet. This is her latest release as well. Mother Thing. Really enjoyed that one. Everything You Ever Wanted is also another book that I really loved. Here's Everyone in This Room Will Be Dead, another book that I really enjoyed. And I read this one 2 years ago. I really want to get Emily Austen's Interesting Facts About Space, but when it comes out on paperback. I don't want a hardback right now. I Who Have Never Known Men, really, really enjoyed that one. Crooked Plow, really enjoyed this one. I read this one this year, and I think it will make my favorites of the year. The Seas, love her. Yeah, these books I haven't read. Fever Dream was also really good. And here, of course, we have my little Sony Angel. It's another favorite shelf of mine. I really love how it looks. We have my Lego flowers. I got these on a trip to New York City, and they've been such a prominent feature in my bookshelf. I will never move how this looks because I love them. I also have some editions of Margaret Atwood. So these are the vintage editions of Margaret Atwood, Edible Woman, and Bodily Harm. I haven't read these yet. I honestly forget. These are not just only props and that they're actual books. Another really cute feature about this bookshelf is the Miffy bookends. I love them so much. I got them during my trip to France. So here we have my Rachel Cusk collection. I have 2 copies of Parade because this is an art copy. I have the Outline trilogy, which I'm currently reading. I'm reading Transit right now, and I'm like a little bit more than halfway through. And then here are 3 random books that just left there because I thought they looked fine. When I get more Rachel Cusk, these 3 books will be moved. Prayers for the Stolen is one that I really liked when I read it. So here to the right is more books that I really also like how they look. Puffin in Bloom edition of Anne of Green Gables. This is a gorgeous copy that I bought more than 7 years ago. I think I bought this when I was in Bookstagram in like 2016, 2015 over there. It's not only there for aesthetic purposes. I really did like it. My Modern Penguin Classics edition, which I love. I'm really sad that they're only available in like UK websites. So I'm literally going on Amazon UK and ordering a bunch more. But I'm holding myself back. I haven't bought anything yet, but I think I'm trying to read these and then buy some more in these editions. But I do want to expand on this collection sometime soon. I'm not going to get all of them because not every book in the world I want to read, but the books that I really do want to read and they're available in this edition, I will get. Over here I have Kazuo Ishiguro, really good author, one of my favorites. I will think. I have Never Let Me Go, which is one of my favorite books. Clara and the Sun was really good. And then these are my favorite editions. These I got during my trip to Europe, so they're European editions. I'm not really pressed on collecting those right now, but I do like the look of them. I haven't read this book. Just there really randomly. I like the spine, so I just left it there. Okay, so we're on the last 2 shelves of my bookshelf. This shelf down here are more fiction paperbacks. A lot of these books were on my book cart, and so there are a lot of them are unread. Okay, we got some Julia Armfield. I love her. I'm really excited to get to Private Rights sometime soon. Evil Eye I enjoyed. All Fours I haven't read yet. Tiffany McDaniel, I love her, especially The Summer that Melted Everything. That was like, I think that's my favorite out of all her books. Oh, I remember reading this and really enjoying it last year, but I do want to reread because I think some things went over my head. Perfume and Pain, I read recently and I really enjoyed. This is an art copy. Temporary by Hilary Letcher. I really enjoyed this one. Such an absurd little book on capitalism. I remember just laughing so hard whenever I read this. Again, more unread books. All of these are unread. Oh wait, Milk Fed I really enjoyed. Really like that one. If an Egyptian Cannot Speak English, I also really enjoyed. Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead is one that I read last year and I also really enjoyed. Catherine Lacey, I really want to get to sometime soon. Post Traumatic was a personal attack on me. Chouette and Puerto, these were amazing. I really liked Chouette, especially. Really cool take on motherhood if you're into that sort of book. All right, this is the very last bookshelf, but it's not the end of the books. No, sir. We got a book cart and we got another bookshelf to go through. So here are more fiction paperbacks. Some Helen Oyeyemi here, which I've read a couple of these before, but I haven't found a book by her that I really like. I think I want to read this one soon because this is her true story collection and I feel like I really like it. Mouthful of Birds, I read and enjoyed so much. I also have that one in Spanish up in the Spanish section up there. Little Eyes by Samantha Sherlin, I also really enjoyed that one. Peach Pit is also one that's really cool. This one is a short story collection of unhinged women by all sorts of authors. It's also really cool because this book was made by an Instagram mutual, so that was really cool. I haven't read a whole lot of these. I've read Tender is the Flesh. This one has been on my TBR for over like 2 years. I swear to God. Oh, Writers and Lovers are made my favorites of 2024, so I really did enjoy it. So this book was gifted to me very sweetly by the author. It was really nice. It was about the Irish Troubles. That was really cool. The Answers, Catherine Lacey. I really enjoyed this one, and I really enjoy Catherine Lacey's work. One that I recently read was Biography of X on Libby. Well, I say recently, but I literally read that one a year ago now. But I really enjoyed that one, and I also enjoyed The Answers. So definitely an author that I want to read more of soon. This book, I've had it on my possession for years and years. I only read it once. I've been wanting to reread it, especially since the series came out like a year or so ago. This is another book that's been on my TBR for far too long. Depth Speculation, Weather. I always forget which of these two I've read because they're so similar looking. I don't think I'm a Jenny Offel girl. It's supposed to protect you from all this. This is a memoir that I've not read yet, but I'm really excited to read it sometime soon because this author is the editor, the literary magazine that I showed you guys earlier. And so I really want to read more of her stuff. Love, love, love Donna Tartt. I've read all of these except for The Little Friend. I've owned this book for forever and I have not read it. It's criminal, to be honest. People Will Meet on Vacation. I got this one at a free library. I've not read it yet. I don't know if I'm an Emily Henry girl because I don't really read romance, but I do want to try her out. An arc that I never got to. This is a Spanish book, but I don't know if I want to read that because it's like Spain Spanish, and I hate Spain Spanish. The Book Thief is a book that I really, really like. I read this one so long ago, and I think about it all the time still. Back here, we got some more books. We have The Son of Achilles. It's one of my favorites. I've reread it so many times throughout the years. The Shadow of the Wind is also one that I've reread countless times. The Tiger's Wife, I read that one in like 2021. Really enjoyed that. Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. The Glass Castle is a memoir that I really enjoy. Haunting of Hill House. I have to reread this one. I read it so long ago and I don't really remember much about it, and people really love her stuff, so I really should get on rereading it soon. Valley of the Dolls, Pachinko, one of my favorite books of all time. Breast and Eggs, another book that I really enjoyed. Like I said, a lot of the books down here, they're just down here because I don't really like their spines, but I still really love the stories inside. So we're moving on over to my book cart because this also went through a sort of a reorganization as well because this cart was nearly overflowing, and so I moved a lot of the books that were here onto my shelves, and so I have a lot more space on the book cart now, and I really like how it looks. All of these, well, except for this is an art copy, but this Rachel Cuss, Book Lovers, The Power Book, The Man Who Saw Everything. These are all library holds that I haven't returned yet. I have not even touched these. All My Puny Sorrows. I'm reading that right now with an Instagram friend. I really hate this lamp, but it lives there with me because I refuse to throw it out because it's a perfectly good lamp. It works just fine, but I just don't like it. Down here we have Happy, How to Love Your Daughter, Euphoria by Lily King, Her Body and Other Animals, As the Andes Disappeared, Why Fish Don't Exist. These are all TBR. None of these books have been read on this book cart at all. Nobody's Ever Missing by Catherine Lacey, Long Live the Post Horn, Bear. I have this essay collection, Songs on Endless Repeat. I got two other books on here that I'm not even gonna bother to show you guys because they're not books that I want to keep. So not even bothering to show you guys. Back here we have Malo Home, Rainbow, Candelabria, and we have a Paris Review. Down here are books that I do not want to keep anymore, and I have them turned facing like this because I don't even want to look at their spines. That's how much I don't want them on my shelves. We're gonna go on to this bookshelf. This bookshelf also serves as a nightstand, and I do like how I have more space down here for more books. So yeah, this shelf did not change that much. Here I have a lot of more fiction hardbacks, but this is my Jen Began collection. I adore her, especially Big Swiss. I really liked. I also really enjoyed Pretend I'm Dead. I didn't like Vacuum in the Dark, to be honest. I felt that was really unnecessary. Brother and Sister Enter the Forest is also one that I really enjoyed. Housemates I really enjoyed, and I was really lucky to be sent the finished copy. But apart from that, all of these are unread, but hopefully they're getting read soon. Brat is one that I really want to read sometime soon. And down here, Butter Honey Pig Bread is one that I really enjoyed and made my favorites of 2023. This book, I have not read it yet. It's only alive on Sundays. I should read it. It was written by a mutual of mine on Instagram. Hopefully I read that this autumn because it gives autumn vibes. The last two books on my collection is On Beauty by Sadie Smith and Amira by Banana Yoshimoto. These two books are part of a book subscription service that I was sent. That was really cool, but I actually am not sure if I want to read these books anytime soon. They're there though because I am curious about them. That is each and every book that I own, you guys. Put here a final count of all the books that I have, but I think I have well over 200 books in my room right now, which is alarming. I don't have that much space available. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was really cool to show you guys my collection. If you saw anything that I haven't read and you think I should pick up soon, definitely let me know. I do need that extra motivation. I will give you guys more updates in the future wherever my bookshelf grows. I think I would like to do this type of video every year or so, and just to see how my book collection expands and grows and changes. I think that would be really cool. Yeah, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know how you guys organize your bookshelf. Do you do it by color, genre, or just pure vibes like I do? Bye.